first team places came available when Sir Tom wasn't playing through injury, but there was another player called Gordon Cale who was senior to myself, an ex-Nottingham Forest winger actually, and then Gordon was passed over in favour of myself. And when Tom wasn't fit to play, Thursday evening I'd get the message, get yourself to bed early, keep that closed, you're playing on Saturday. And the reason why I had to keep that closed was in the Preston area we had a catchment of population that came down from the Lakes and Lancaster, which amounted to probably 6,000 or 7,000 people. And primarily the big attraction was Sir Tom himself, obviously. So it hadn't to be known that he wasn't playing. And in those days, of course, he just ran out, kicked the ball in, and he didn't come out and then go off again like they do today. So at the last minute, the announcer, change in the Preston North End side, Jones replaces Finney. Well, when we ran out, they started booing. Well, I thought they were booing me. Well, it was booing for the fact they'd been cheated. But fortunately, I did reasonably well, but I thought if I have a real stinker here, I'm really in... but they were good to me. Tommy Docherty was very, very good to me. He was Scottish international, backed me up well, as Charlie Wayman did, and all the players I got on with fabulous, and I was a very, very lucky man. As I was playing well, we'd played a midweek game here in the centre, and I had a particularly good game, and he said, Eric, I want to see you tomorrow morning. I thought, Sir Tom Finney, well, it wasn't Sir Tom then, Tom Finney wants to see me. So he moved all his mail out of his corner patch, a pile of the height of halfway up my body. He said, sit down, he said, you're playing very well. He said, I don't want you to become disillusioned because you're not in the side. He said, I want you to train with me for 1 month on a one-to-one basis, which is how you paired off in those days. So I went off, I said to my father, I'm training with Sir Tom for a month. He said, you're training with Sir Tom? I said, well, Tom Finney, right? So we started off the first week. I thought, well, I'm going to have to struggle to keep up with him. No problem up till Thursday, the ball playing, everything jogging. We got to Friday morning, which was a sprint morning. And in those days, round the ground at Deepdale, it was all cinders from the local colliery. And we had the long spike shoes on, which were basically a glove you pull on your feet with spikes out for sprinting. And the cinders were so that you didn't pull muscles. The cinders slid away as you bit into them. So he said, right, Eric, we'll jog the sides and we'll sprint the goals. So jog the sides and up sides, and I thought, oh, I'm doing very well here. Right, ready? We're off behind the goals. He's into stride 3, I'm into stride 1.5. But more disturbing than that was the fact that these cinders that he was kicking up with his immense power were catching me in certain regions that I wasn't happy with. And that's a thing I shall always remember.